is the global news update on top Accolade News. The world's pulse is racing. Governments teeter, wars rage, and human greed shines through chaos. From Paris to Damascus, Tokyo to Hollywood, these headlines demand we feel the weight of every choice, every life. The headlines. French Prime Minister Lecornu resigns after 1 month. Syria holds first parliamentary election since Assad's fall. Government sue as Trump expands National Guard deployment. Bank of Japan balances optimism with tariff concerns in economic reports. First up, turmoil in Paris. French Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu resigned on Monday, just weeks after his appointment, plunging President Emmanuel Macron deeper into political turmoil. Lecornu, Macron's fifth prime minister since 2022, stepped down hours after unveiling a cabinet stacked with familiar faces, sparking outrage from opposition parties and coalition partners. His abrupt departure comes amid a fragile budget battle and investor anxiety, with the CAC index dropping 2%. France's government now resembles a revolving door, proof that political instability has become Macron's new normal. From a government unraveling to a nation rebuilding, we turn to Syria's fragile steps forward. Polling stations across Syria closed late Sunday in the country's first parliamentary election since the fall of Bashar al-Assad. The vote, overseen by President Ahmed al-Shara's transitional government, will fill 210 seats under a mixed system. The voting was excluded for some regions due to ongoing instability. With early counts showing no women winning seats, the 20% quota is expected to be met by presidential appointments. Al-Shara held the polls as historic, but many regions remain fractured and outside state control. For Syrians, this election is less about balance than about whether a war-torn nation can truly be built on broken ground. As Syria seeks renewal, across the Atlantic, America faces its own test of unity under strain. Illinois governor condemned Donald Trump's deployment of 400 Texas National Guard troops to Illinois, Oregon, and other states without local consent, calling it an invasion, while California and Oregon filed lawsuits to block similar moves. The deployment come amid ICE raids in Chicago that saw citizens and children zip-tied, sparking outrage and protest. Trump insists the Guard is needed to protect federal assets, but critics warn he is normalizing the use of military force in American cities. When helicopters rappel into apartments, democracy starts to look like occupation. From political power plays to economic caution, we pivot to Japan's delicate balancing act. The Bank of Japan on Monday maintained its moderate growth outlook, while warning the U.S. tariff could weigh on corporate profits and delay investment, signaling caution ahead of its late October policy meeting. Regional managers noted wage pressures remain strong due to labor shortages, but some firms may cut pay hikes if profits decline. For now, rates remain unchanged at 0.5% as the BOJ waits for clearer data. In a nation known for patience, Japan's recovery shows how it may be steady, but never simple. You're watching the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. We head to Amsterdam Street alive with conviction. Over 250,000 people marched through Amsterdam on Sunday, demanding the Dutch government adopt a tougher stance against Israel's war in Gaza. The Red Line March filled the city with Palestinian flags and chants of Free Palestine just weeks before national elections. Protesters accused Israel of war crimes and urged The Hague to push for a ceasefire, while the government has already tightened measures, including bans on settlement goods. In a sea of red, Amsterdam sent a message: silence in the face of suffering is complicity. From streets demanding peace to talks chasing it, we move to Egypt's tense negotiations. Hamas and Israeli delegations met in Egypt alongside mediators, as US President Donald Trump urged negotiators to move fast towards ending the nearly 2-year war in Gaza. Talks come as Israeli strike killed at least 7 more Palestinians on Monday, bringing Gaza's death toll to 67,139 since October 2023, with over 169,000 wounded, with thousands still buried beneath rubble. The war's arithmetic is stacked. Diplomacy crawls while death counts race ahead. To Hollywood's bright lights, we shift to a cultural juggernaut, rewriting the rules. Taylor Swift's surprise film, the official release party of a showgirl, dominated the weekend box office with $33 million, far outpacing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's The Smashing Machine at $6 million and Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another at $11.1 million. Swift's ability to transform a 3-day AMC-only release into a cultural event underscores her unmatched pull with fans and theater owners alike. Once again, she proves that while others fight for screen time, she simply rewrites the rules of the box office. From silver screen victories to a hero's real-life fight, we close with a story of courage. Former England rugby captain Lewis Modi, who lifted the 2003 World Cup and earned 71 caps, revealed he has been diagnosed with motor neuron disease. Modi, known for his fearless style, said his symptoms remain minor, though the illness has no cure. Tributes poured in from across the rugby world, with the RFU calling him the very best of our sports value. For a player who never backed down from a tackle, this may be his toughest opponent yet. From fallen regimes to rising voices, today's stories weave a truth. The world's heartbeats is its people, flawed, fierce, and fighting for better. We don't just report the news, we amplify its pulse. For Top Accolade News, I am Ojarumi Okocha. Do have a wonderful day and keep watching the global news update on Top Accolade News.